everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole, and today we are doing our October Pick a Card reading for 2021. I can't believe it's October already, but it is now fall, and as you can see, I have decorated for it quite excessively. I really love fall and I really love Halloween, so I hope it's not too distracting, but I don't know. I like it, and I hope you like it too. I hope you're kind of entertained by all of the decorations as well. Anyway, we're doing our pick a card reading for October 2021 this month, so we're going over predictions, messages, and advice that's coming through for the month of October. And as you can see, we have 3 groups here. If you are new to pick a card readings, then the idea is to pick the group or deck or pumpkin. I chose pumpkins today. See which one you're most drawn to, and then whenever you're ready and whenever you pick your group, go down to the description or the comment section where the timestamps will be that correlate with the group that you chose, and go to that reading. I will give you a close-up of each pumpkin, and then I'm going to tell you which decks are being used for each group in case you are interested. But yeah, if at any point in the reading you find that you are enjoying the reading and that it's resonating, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe, because it really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate all of your support. And yeah, let's look at the pumpkins and the decks. So for group 1, I think I said this already, this is group 1, 2, and 3, in case you want to pick via group number. For group 1, we have this, it's actually more, I think it looks kind of yellow on the camera, but it's actually more like a limey green color. So it's like a lime green, bluey looking pumpkin. And I believe this is the Hidden Realm, Wisdom of the Hidden Realm Tarot. There we go. And then for group 2, we have this pink and purpley pumpkin, and it is using the Dark Mansion Tarot. And then for group 3, we have this yellow and orange pumpkin, and I am using the Everyday Witch Tarot for this one. Alright, go ahead and pick your pile. You can pause this video, take a deep breath. I recommend that so that you can center yourself more and pick the group that will resonate with you most. And whenever you're ready, I will meet you in your reading. Bye guys. See you. Hello group 1. If you chose this pumpkin right here, this one is more like a yellowy greenish blue color, but yeah, if you chose this one, then this reading is for you. These are your predictions, messages, and advice for the month of October 2021. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I'm going to start off with looking at where your overall energy is at for the month of October, and maybe where you're at, like headspace wise, personally, and emotional wise. And then we're going to look at the overall theme for the month of October for you. You did get 2 for the theme cards. I was only supposed to draw 1, but yeah, you ended up getting 2. So for where you're at, we have darkness. And I really hope my camera will focus well today. It says Long Night Moon, number 40. And for your theme this month, or themes I guess, we have Litha, Intensification. And you also got Moon, Cycles. Okay. And then I will get to I'll get to more info in just a second, but I wanted to talk about these first. So, okay, with where your energy is at for the month of October, don't panic. Like, darkness doesn't mean that it's going to be a bad month or anything. Actually, I see this card as more like the Hermit card in the tarot, where it's more about going in this month. And I think of darkness as kind of like the shadow, so that could be looking at your shadow self, some of the stuff that you've been suppressing. It's a great time for shadow work. It's a great time for internal work. It's also a good time to look at your limiting beliefs and do some work with that. Work on removing things that are no longer serving you, especially cleaning is a good way to also do that. And definitely looking at your emotional and mental state when it comes to those limiting beliefs is going to be very beneficial this month. It could also just indicate that maybe you're not as social this month, like introvert, extrovert, whatever, wherever you fall in that, it might just mean that there aren't as many social interactions this month. It might mean that whether it means maybe you're doing more work or working more hours this month or just being focused on something else. I just feel like, you're not going to be going out there partying. It doesn't mean that you're going to be alone all the time. I just feel like you're going to have more alone time than usual for the month of October. But I mean, it can't mean that like you're going to be by yourself all month long. It could, but you could still be meeting some friends. It just won't be like going to a bunch of social gathering events kind of month, if that makes sense. So I do see this kind of, no, it is not just kind of, but it does look like it's going to be quite a busy month because we have intensification here and we have cycles here. The word moon, or even just this actually, like especially moon cycles, to me it seems pretty fast. Like actually the moon cycles seem pretty fast to me, but it also indicates change. This card actually reminds me of the Wheel of Fortunes. That's what that's what the moon cycles usually remind me of, because the moon cycles is about, okay, you start at the new moon where you can set intentions and it grows and expands, and then you reach the full moon, right? And it gets to a place where it's like the waning moon and it's decreasing like basically to nothing. What I'm trying to get at with that is it's kind of like what the moon cycles represent is that there's ups and downs of life, and I feel like you're going to be writing those cycles and that wheel, and possibly even maybe this month you're having cycles that are ending and beginning. So that could be it. With intensification and Litha here, Litha is the summer solstice, I'm pretty sure. But what this could mean is that I feel like something is coming to fruition this month with this card. So that could be a wish or something that you've been working towards. It could be a goal, it could be a manifestation, it could be a wish, or it could be many things, honestly, because it's kind of coming in vague, but I feel like that could be something that could be coming in this month. Intensification also tells me that while it seems like, I feel like there's a lot going on this month. I feel like this month is going to be quite busy for you and that there's more energy in this. Again, that could be why you're spending more time together, because maybe you're working on things by yourself that you're busy trying to get done, which is why you're spending more time by yourself because you're trying to get more work done, whether that's a hobby, whether that's your goal, whether it's work or something like that. What else am I getting from this? Oh, yeah. It could be emotionally, it could be quite intense. You can take that as you will. I mean, because I feel like when you say emotionally it could be intense, it can make some people panic. I wouldn't worry about it as much, especially since you're going to be spending a lot of alone time with yourself. It could be good to internalize those feelings and emotions. But I mean, there are many emotions out there. I think like our minds just go towards the negative when we say like intense emotions, but intense emotions could be like overflowing love or overflowing happiness, right? I just feel like things are a bit intensified this month, as this card indicates, and I'm more saying about like your emotions because we do have the moon cycles card here. With that being said, it also means that your intuition and your gut feelings are very intensified this month. So if you're making decisions this month, then definitely go with what your gut is telling you. Or if you're trying to figure out where to go next, if you're deciding on some life path things, then your intuition is going to be very helpful to you this month. Okay, so the next cards that we have here are your tarot cards for this month, and this looks at the light and shadow aspects of what's coming in this month. So that could be blessings and challenges, it could be things that you need to work through personally, or it could be positive events coming in too. So we have Two of Pentacles. Is that focusing? There we go. And then we have the Eight of Cups. If my camera will focus. Okay, there we go. Okay, so yeah, I was getting this earlier. I just like seeing it more now. I'm definitely seeing some transition aspects to this month for you guys, and that can come in so many ways. Like some of you can be transitioning jobs, and I feel like you already know. For some of you already know that this is coming up. If it's like a job transition, for some of you, you could be making this decision with the Eight of Cups coming in here this month. You could be feeling like, oh, maybe this isn't the right fit for me, or maybe this other place is a better fit for me. That could be the goal or manifestation that's coming in for you. You could be getting a new job this month that you've been searching for, and you were trying to leave your other job. That's just an example. I mean, it's gonna come in very differently for everyone, just because transitions come in many forms. This transition could also pertain to relationships, whether it's platonic or romantic. I'm not really seeing like a specific transition here. For many of you, I feel like on a spiritual level, this is quite a transformation and transition as well, in terms of your own mindset and in terms of your own personalities. You could just be realizing more of what you want to do with the Eight of Cups here. Or like I said before, like the Eight of Cups also has an underlying message of maybe something is no longer serving you and you're deciding to leave it this month, because we do have darkness here again. Let's see, what else am I seeing? Let me get to the rest of your cards and then I will come back, because there were other messages as I was talking that was coming in, and we'll see if it comes back again later. Sorry, there's something on the board. It was bothering me. But we are now getting into the portion of the reading where we're talking about the different aspects of life. So we're going over career, love, and spiritual and personal development. I kind of blended together just because I feel like some people aren't as spiritual. And a lot of the times spirituality tends to blend with personal development as well. So I decided to kind of mash the two. So it talks about like different aspects for different people as well. Okay, so we're going to start with career. We have the Queen of Wands. And we also have the World. And then we have, Elizabeth and the Lion. It is time to become a great leader. And I believe that says, if I can get it to focus, number 20. Yeah, number 20. Okay. So for career this month. Okay, yeah, I do feel like for some of you, and again, if it doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. This could be for some of you only, but I do feel like some of you are transitioning jobs. It could also be some of you are getting promoted, possibly to a managerial role or some kind of like, I guess, leadership role. And that just doesn't have to be like a manager. It could be like a lead of a team or something, or something where you have more seniority over. It makes me think of like where jobs have levels. So maybe you're like in your team, you're the first one to get level 2 if everyone was like level 1 or something. And because you're the only level 2 on your team, now you're able to give more advices to people, or everyone's coming to you for more advice this month because you do have that seniority aspect, you know. For others of you, there is definitely a sense of completing a cycle in terms of work. So if it's not like a promotion, it could be if you've been looking for a job, you could be like finally finding something. So if the cycle that you've been at is a cycle of unemployment, then you could finally be getting employed this month. That's an example. It could actually resonate with some of you guys. For some of you, that could be what's coming in. For others of you, I'm really seeing the Queen of Wands here, especially with the message to become a great leader. The Queen of Wands is a great leader, one, because of her personality, and it's also because of her own confidence and belief in her own abilities. So what I am seeing with that, for those of you, especially if you have like more of your own side hustles or your own business, or you just have something that relates to creativity, you could be starting a project this month where I'm seeing it as more of something independent, or something where you're just feeling a lot more creative in that aspect. You could be creating something that's not as common, and something that people will see as like, not, I mean, it could be the first like unique idea in your whatever your field is, but it could also just be something very innovative in whatever you're working on. All right, let's see what we have for love and romance this month. Or this could actually, I actually also geared it towards relationships, whether it's platonic or romantic. So we have the 8 of Swords. And we have Cupcake, liking yourself for who you are, or making undesirable choices for approval. Okay. This one is speaking to me in terms of boundaries. Um, both messages are coming through with the cupcake card. So what I mean by boundaries is, okay, I'll give you a scenario. So let's say maybe your partner is making more demands this month, and you want to make them happy, right? And in a sense, like, even when you're really tired or you feel like you need help or anything like that, maybe they're not seeing it, and maybe whatever is going on with them this month, they could just be demanding more, and it's like getting to you, and it's really taking a toll on your own health and personal care this month, or your own schedule as well. So let's say maybe they're asking you to pick up things on your way home from work when they could have also done it themselves, and you're choosing to make them happy and do this for them in spite of yourself. So the boundary that you need to set here is, I guess, making sure that you're choosing for yourself and really communicating with your partner whether this is something that feels right to you, whether this is something feels true to you. This could also pertain to those of you that are not in a relationship, whether you're going on dates with other people, whether you're being honest with yourself, whether you like this person or not. Like, there's a message that's coming through here. Oh, okay. For those of you that kind of have something going on with someone, maybe you've been going on dates with them and you've been indecisive, I feel like this month you're really being asked to consider whether you are with this person, because you really want to be with them, or you're just kind of like enjoying your time with them. I hope you know what I'm getting at here. Really just ask yourself if this is really worth your time with this person. And also there's like a message here of also not wasting anyone else's time in terms of romance and relationships. This could also go for platonic, especially the message that I was saying about those of you that have partners. It could be with your friends also. Like, I guess the theme here is to like set your boundaries so you're not getting taken advantage of. It's okay to do things for other people. It's okay to make your friends happy, but like, you also don't want to be a pushover. All right. And actually, before I get to this, I just received a message with this Two of Pentacles that came in with what I was saying about your own schedule. This month, I don't think I talked about this enough when I was like going over the overview, but this month I feel like, so okay, here's how I'll start it. The Two of Pentacles is usually, it definitely is going to be a busy month for you guys. I feel like you're going to be juggling work and life, which is all about the Two of Pentacles, but this card is significant. It's depicted in a different way where she's just looking at these things grow, and almost as if she's like kind of just staring blankly at it. Let me actually pull it up. And the main message that I was getting with this is to be, even when things are busy, even when you're going through all of this, even when it feels intense, try and be present in what you're doing and be mindful of what's going on. Don't blankly stare and go into autopilot mode, especially when it comes to relationships and having to consider things. Because like I said, I feel like a lot of you are going, oh, it could be that too. Like, it could be this month, it's not just you're going to be doing more internalizing with yourself and that you're going to have more free time with yourself. It could also be that you just need more free time and more time alone for yourself this month, because maybe of the relationships and the dynamics that you're having this month, maybe your friends are just being more demanding than what you can handle yourself. That could be where this boundary is being asked to be drawn, is if you need time for yourself, you need to take it. If you can't go pick up this drink for your husband or your partner or something this month because you need to go do other things, then draw that boundary. You need to set things aside for yourself. Okay, so we have, I forgot to talk about what this is, but we have Life Renewed. This is basically the Judgment card for personal development and spirituality, and then we'll get to this in just a moment. These are your advice cards. We have answers also as a running theme for personal development and spirituality this month. So this, okay, whether you're a spiritual person, oh my goodness, whether you are a spiritual person or not, I feel like this month is going to be very significant for you spiritually anyway, whether you realize it or not. I feel like you're learning a lot of, well, there's an opportunity to learn a lot of life lessons this month with the cycles that's going on and also the cycles that are ending this month, because Life Renewed is the Judgment card. This one more focuses on the rebirth aspect of it. It's about things kind of being refreshed and renewed. So for those of you where things have been quite stagnant, or maybe things have been a bit hazy and foggy, or you're just having trouble with direction and trying to figure out where to go next, even if that's something that's just very mundane, maybe it's with your business or your side hustle or your career or your relationship, you're not sure where to go next or what the next step is, you're getting a lot of answers this month. And I feel like for those of you that have not felt as motivated, you're going to feel a lot more motivated this month. What I wanted to show with this picture was this, is that a pine cone? I'm sorry, I apparently don't know what this is. Whatever that is, it looks like it's some kind of nut that, or seed that's starting to grow out this month. So like I said, I feel like there is something that's coming to fruition this month, some seed that you've planted, some goal or wish that you have started to take steps towards in the past is finally coming in this month. It's finally growing and sprouting and just coming together this month. And it's really going to give you answers and confirmations as to what it is that you need to do to move forward. All right, so let's see what you have for your advice cards. We have messengers, serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Yeah, there's definitely a sense of things coming back into balance this month. I feel like you guys have had trouble with balance lately, whether that is, on a physical level, whether that's planning or just juggling life and work, or more internally, emotionally and spiritually. But it's okay, because things are finally coming back into balance now. It could also be if you've been going through a rough patch, then things could be transitioning into a more, I guess, lighter and positive shift for you guys. That could be what these cycles are saying. Like I said, this card reminds me a lot of the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is, even when changes are happening, even when the ups and downs of life are presenting itself, it turns towards our fortune at the end of it all. Okay, and then we have the Seas of... Hey guys, sorry, my phone overheated. So we're on the last card anyway, so I was reading you guys this card. It's called the Seas of Mintaka, Seeing Potential, Bringing Unconsciousness to Light. All right. And yeah, so what I'm seeing just for the advice for you guys is just, yeah, definitely coming back into balance more. I know it seems like it's going to be quite a hectic month, trying to balance everything, trying to balance work and life, but don't forget to be present and mindful this month, because like I said, I feel like you're going to be learning some good lessons this month, learning about yourself and learning about more about what you want. This card makes me think of like coming into that alignment, because that is what harmony and balance brings you into. I see lots of shadow work and internal work this month, as well as becoming more confident. And I think with the Seas of Mintaka here, and what it's saying is, even when things are busy, especially since you're being encouraged to do a lot of internal work this month, yeah, don't forget to be present and to be open-minded, because I feel like a lot of things are getting illuminated here, whether it's your shadow, whether it's your own insecurities, or what was I saying? Some of the shadow aspects of yourself that you've been suppressing. I feel like some of that is coming to light. And yeah, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about the intensity of it or anything like that, because I feel like you're going to be able to break through a lot of the blocks that you've been having trouble getting over in past cycles. I feel like this is the month to actually get over them and come into a new chapter with your life, especially with the Life Renewed card here. But yeah, seems like a very significant month for you guys. I hope this gave you some guidance and help and just advice in your journey ahead. I hope you have a great month. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below how it resonated with you, what resonated. Feel free to come back to this video at the end of the month and let me know how your month went. If you did like this video and you want to see more pick a card readings, then please consider subscribing, because it really helps my channel and I really do appreciate all of your support. If you want your own personal reading, I am open, so check that out. All that stuff is going to be in the description below. Once again, thank you so much, and I will catch you guys on the next reading. Bye-bye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose this pinky purpley pumpkin, then this is your reading. Does it look pink on camera? I really hope so, because I feel like some of my candles are making it a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? It looks different lighting wise because of my candles, but I promise it's pink and purple. Anyway, this is your reading for October 2021. I just want to remind you that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. We will be starting off with the themes of the month of October, and also I'm also looking at where your overall energy is going to be. I mean, obviously it's going to change throughout the month, but kind of like the overarching energy for your month of October, what you're embodying the most. And yeah, we'll take a look at the themes and then we'll get more info after that. So, we'll start with your oracle cards. So for where your energy is at, we have focus, number 14, waxing giveth 5. Oh, nice. It's actually focusing well today. And we have, for your theme for this month, we have water, cleansing. Okay, very watery energy coming through already. But I feel like, okay, so water is about emotion and intuition, but with the cards that you have here, I feel like the water energy that's coming in is more about, like, it's more about cleansing. It's more about washing away and clearing away all, I guess, the muckiness, the if you've been working towards healing and blockages and just trying to get rid of what's no longer serving you, that's definitely coming into focus this month. I feel like whatever you're clearing away this month, or whatever you're moving away from and, you know, flushing down the river kind of image that I'm getting in my head, I feel like whatever those things are is leading you to a place where you're just more, as this word says, it's gaining you more focus, more clarity, whether that means that you have a better vision of your goals, maybe you'll get a better vision of your life path, or just a better vision of people's intentions around you, whether you've been in a place where people may not have had the best intentions for you and you didn't see it, but now because of everything that's getting, you know, flushed down the river, it's all coming together where you're able to see, like, the people that should be around you, that have the best intention for you. If your mind has been cluttered lately, or just kind of foggy and not knowing where the next step is, this month is actually bringing you a lot of clarity in that sense. I also feel like because things seem to be more clear, more focused for you, you could also be getting more ideas, especially if you have creative endeavors coming in for, or creative projects this month. I feel like you'll be able to connect with your intuition and your creativity really well this month. I would also pay attention to your dreams a lot this month, because looking at this is making me think of a dream world, especially with a butterfly on her forehead coming into the water kind of look. And also, of course, meditation is also going to be really well at this time. But yeah, I do feel like if you do any water magic, or whether you take baths or anything to do with water, is going to be very calming and relaxing for you this month. I do feel like you're going to be way more relaxed this month, and taking more breaks and self-care of yourself this month. And that could be also what's bringing in this focus. So you could be taking care of yourself more this month, or maybe you have more time for it, and it's just helping you gain more clarity and more peace within yourself. Okay, so let's take a look at what your tarot cards have to say. This is kind of looking at the light and dark aspects of this month, so that could mean many things. That could mean challenges and blessings coming in this month. It could be just where you need to focus your healing, or it could be events happening this month that are really going to affect your overall month. So we have 6 of Swords, And we have the Four of Wands. Okay. Yeah, I was definitely picking up on the, I think I said something along the lines of moving away from whatever is no longer serving you. Although the Six of Swords always makes me think of more about I feel like it's more about walking away from either your past, or maybe just, there we go. The word, I'm hearing the word toxic environment coming in. So what I'm getting from this is you could be walking away from, yeah, somewhere where you were in a place where it was really toxic, whether they were people that were toxic, didn't have the best intentions for you, or it could have been a relationship. And you could already be feeling this now. You could already be making plans to move away. Like, let's say, if this is related to job, by the way, this is an example, it's going to resonate differently with your circumstances. Maybe you've already thought about leaving for a while. It's just this month it's finally going to happen, or maybe even now you're turning in your 2 weeks or something like that, and you're finally leaving in the month of October. It could definitely be that, but I'm getting this clear picture in my head where I'm hearing it too. I can't remember if I watched this somewhere or I read it in a book, but when I started learning about the tarot, I think it was like maybe someone was like explaining it to me, how the transition between the Five of Swords to the Six of Swords, where the Five of Swords, if you look at the traditional picture of the Five of Swords, it looks like a battle has been fought where no one really won and everyone is just, it feels defeated on both sides. And what it screams to me was the toxic environment, and that's kind of the place where the Six of Swords is going, is if they came from that, battle-worn place, they're coming into the Six of Swords where they're not really taking anything from that place with them. They're taking themselves, possibly their inner child here, and just walking away from that place completely. And I feel like that's what you're walking away from this month, whatever this pertains to in your situation. Because like I said, it could be many different things. It could relate to a relationship, platonic or romantic. It could be a job. It could be it could have been a project that just felt like it was jarring your soul. So it could be many things. But yeah, so far that is what I'm seeing for the themes of your month. Oh, I did want to say, also, once you walk away from this place, this could also be the trigger of why you're having more focus, why your energy is in this state where it's almost like a meditative focus. It's like you're very, very aware of everything, is because you're finally getting away from this place that was toxic for you, and you're finally seeing things with a much broader perspective. I do see that you could be having a lot of celebrations this month. And for some of you, you might already know that. Some of you could be going on dates this month. If you decide that you want to start dating this month, that could definitely be coming in. But yeah, I feel like there's like a social theme to this, which is interesting because usually when that happens, I usually see the Three of Cups, but that's the feel I'm getting from the Four of Wands here. Is I feel like there's a social aspect to this month. I feel like you'll be going to celebrations, whether you're celebrating of getting away from this place. Maybe you'll be getting together with some of your friends and you're like, yeah, I finally left that place, or I finally left that job that I hated or something. That's what's coming through. Also, the light aspect of this is you could also be coming into a place of more stability because you're leaving whatever this is. You might not see that until towards the end of the month though, because I feel like the darker and shadow aspects of this month is having to go through this transition where you're leaving this toxic place. And sometimes when you leave somewhere that's toxic, it could feel bittersweet because you have an attachment there, and that could still linger even after you leave. And maybe that's something that you're going to be cleansing and working through for the month of October. And that's okay, because at the end of it all, you know, you're heading towards this Four of Wands where it's just all happy. It feels like a fairy tale, and it almost feels like you're so happy at where you're at because you're not in a place where it feels toxic anymore that you can't believe it. You know, it almost feels like your life is a fairy tale because it feels so clear and cleansed, and like the energy is so much more uplifted that it feels like a fairy tale. Okay, so let us see what else is going on for you for the month of October, group 2. So we're going to look at the different aspects of life. We'll start with career, and then we'll move on to love and personal development. So for career, we have the 8 of Cups. Oh, there's actually 2. Apparently I drew 2. I don't think that was intentional though. Probably 2 came out and I didn't realize that there were 2. So we have the 8 of Cups. And we have the 3 of Swords. Okay. And then we have bats in the belfry. You can achieve great things. Okay. Okay, group 2. Just trying, how do I want to do this? Sorry. Okay, so you for a lot of you, this transition that I was talking about with the 6 of Swords could definitely pertain to a job transition. So it could be that because we have the 8 of Cups and the 6 of Swords, which is like the main big cards about, you know, having to leave things behind. And it's also about transition. So I feel like, especially this coming up with your career, for a lot of you, you're going to be transitioning jobs, or maybe it's switching departments, maybe because the team that you were in just wasn't the right fit for you. I do see, okay, wherever you're going, just know that, and I feel like this month you're going to come to a very big realization of this, that you have so much potential and you are so capable of, you're just such a capable person, and I feel like you didn't see that when you were in this place of toxicity, when you were in this place where you felt like you had to do things a certain way and you couldn't really reach your full potential. I feel like you're going to come to a realization, especially with your career, that you can do a lot and that your ideas are valid, your skills are very valid. Now, with the 3 of Swords here, with the 8 of Cups, there may be people that aren't as happy with what you're doing, whether that's people that you were looking to for support, or it could have been, let's say if this was like about transitioning jobs or transitioning between departments, maybe some people in your old job or your old team are not as supportive of it, or they may even be gossiping about it, where to you it feels like a betrayal, because maybe you were hoping that they would at least be happy that you're finally moving on. And for some of you, I mean, I got this interesting message where it feels like some of you were thinking and hoping that, oh yeah, now that I'm gone, that person must be happy because maybe you didn't get along with this person. And they're like, oh my god, I can't believe that person left. And they're talking shit and all that stuff. And to you, that feels like a betrayal because it's like, what? I thought you wanted me gone, you know? Interesting message. But either way, I feel like there's a bit of there's a feeling of bitterness and betrayal here. For some of you, it could have been that you overstayed at this place and you could be feeling a little bit of bitterness and sadness about that because you're I feel like some of you are thinking that, oh, I wasted time there. The important thing to remember for this month is that one, you're realizing your own capabilities and that you have so much more going for you, and that you are now moving onto a much better place, whether, especially if this is career wise, you're moving to a job that is going to be a better fit for you, that's going to hopefully have like people with much more positivity than negativity, so that it creates a more positive and non-toxic environment. Either way, you're moving away from that place that you weren't happy for or about. Or if this is like a relationship, you're moving away from that now. But we're still talking about the career aspect anyway. So don't let this Three of Swords linger in your head, linger in your heart. Yes, you know, go ahead and it's okay to feel like the bitterness and grief of having to leave this place behind, but at the same time, I feel like you're not going to stay there very long either, because I feel like with your focus card here, where your energy is at, you're just ready to move forward and you're just ready to see things in a much bigger and broader perspective. And you're really starting to open yourself up to more opportunities than what you thought. Maybe you felt trapped in that place before. All right, so let's see what is happening for you in love for the month of October. This is also about relationship, whether it's romantic or platonic. So we have the Knight of Swords. My camera is going to focus. Maybe. Well, I promise it's the Knight of Swords. And I think you can see it too. And then we have a game: rest, relaxation, the good life, immaturity, competition, and rivalry. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's not gonna focus. I'm sorry about that, you guys. Okay, so yeah, I feel like there's going to be social opportunities here for you. It feels like a very playful energy. Whether this is romantic or platonic, I'm sensing more platonic with the game card here. I feel like you're going to be having lots of fun and lots of celebration time with your friends, which is really good. I feel like you're going to be able to connect with them and in a way let loose. Romantic wise, if a love interest does come in for some of you, I feel like whoever this is going to be very upfront with like, let's say you and your friends are, I don't know, going to a bar to celebrate whatever it is that you're leaving behind, right? And this guy from across the bar eyes you, and you got your eyes kind of connect. This is sounding so cheesy, I'm sorry. But yeah, I feel like this person is going to be very upfront with, like, you know, saying hi to you or asking you out. Even with the word game here, and the connotation of the game here is very different. I feel like whoever this is going to be very upfront with what they want, and you're also being encouraged here to be upfront with what you want in terms of this love interest when it does come in. So yeah, this just feels like a very fun and relaxed energy coming in for love and relationships for you, group 2. So I would just, you know, just enjoy it, just let it be, and just let it come. It's yeah, I feel like this is just, for this month, it's just telling you to enjoy whatever comes in, especially since you're in a period of transition. I don't think it's the time to, like, make any what's the word I'm looking for? Make any big decisions or grand gestures. I think it's just a time to have some fun. Okay, so for your personal development, and I flipped it over before I talked about what this is going to be, so I'm sorry. We do have the King of Wands, and I'll talk about what we're going over here in just a moment. And then we have Boundaries. So this is, these two cards are supposed to be about personal development and spirituality. I blend them because not everyone is a spiritual, and sometimes spirituality tends to go hand in hand with personal development. So for this month, yeah, I'm definitely seeing that social aspect for you, group 2, especially with the King of Wands, because it's the Wands card. It, like, the whole Wands family is very social. The King of Wands, also in terms of career, if you're having any doubts, this is kind of confirmation for you that you are very capable, and I feel like you're going to be realizing that more in the month of October, because the King of Wands is very capable, he's very talented, he's a natural born leader, and I feel like with the Boundaries card here, this is telling me that you are really learning to say yes to your highest good versus what everyone else needs. You know, that people-pleasing tendency where you say yes to other people to make them happy. I feel like this month you're finally taking yourself as a priority more than, let's say, maybe you haven't been like that the past few weeks or months, or when you were, so I'm going back to my analogy with the job leaving aspect, or if you're transferring departments or something like that. So if you've been in a team where maybe they didn't have the best interest for you, they aren't as supportive, and maybe they made you do all the work and you just said yes to them because you wanted to make them happy, right? Well, now that you're out of that environment, or you're getting out of that environment, I feel like with the focus card here, you're finally seeing, oh yeah, you know, I did all the work there and I was fine, but this time, you know, I don't have to do all the work. All I need to do is do my part of it. And if I am going to do their work, then, you know, maybe I should be paid more for that, and or speak up about that more. You know, I can say no to this if this isn't my job, and I, you know, need to let them know that, okay, I've done my part, you need to do yours. I feel like you're learning to speak up more for yourself in terms of what you should be responsible for and what you're not. All right, so let's see what else and what other final advices we can get for the month of October. So we have Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Let me get this to focus. 1 second. Come on, please. Okay, I think that's focusing. And wild card. Okay. And then we have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Okay. All right. So, okay, two things here. I feel like, yes, all of these good things are coming in, but of course, like I said with the Three of Swords here and the Six of Swords, this is a time of transition, and sometimes before we get to that place where we fully transition somewhere, where we're, at the like this Six of Swords, they're sailing into the waters, and before we get to like the other island or the new place, whether you're moving to a new house or something, it might not feel as comfortable. Like, okay, for example, if what you're doing this month is moving out of your place, yes, it could get very exciting and you're very happy to leave like the current place that you're at because maybe it's not serving you anymore and you're very excited about your new place. Well, you still have to do the movement, right? Like you still have to move there, and that in itself can be very stressful. So sometimes, like, this loosen your grip card reminds me of the Devil card in the tarot, where we turn to addiction, and addiction is a very like, it's actually like a very broad term. I think of it as kind of like bad habits also. It doesn't all have to be about drugs and alcohol, although like sometimes that can be what the message is. But yeah, and we all have our own form of addictions or coping mechanisms or bad habits that we lean to when we're uncomfortable. Whether that means you feel like you need more me time, and it ends up being like an overdue of maybe watching too much Netflix or staying up too late reading your book or something like that. Yeah, sometimes like we turn to those things to be able to cope with the stress or with the uncomfortableness of the transition. And I think you're just being told and advised to be aware of that this month when you're going through this transition, and not to let it take you over, because good things are definitely coming and you want to embrace and make the most out of this. And also because coming in with all of these are opportunities and rewards, but you have to decide to go through this portal. You have to decide to let these things in. You have to decide to like receive the rewards. But you're not going to be able to if you're stuck in your coping mechanisms and over moderating, but you're not doing things in moderation. There we go. So yeah, Group 2, I hope those messages were helpful. This is your October 2021 reading. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below how it resonated with you. You can come back at the end of this month and let me know how your month went. If you did like this pick a card reading and want to see more, please consider subscribing, because it really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate all of you and all of your support. So thank you so much for that. I am open to personal reading, so if you are interested in that, please check out the description below. All of that information is going to be there. Thank you so much for watching this reading. I will catch you guys on the next reading. Goodbye. Hello, Group 3. If you chose this yellowy orange pumpkin right here, then this is your reading for October 2021. Please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please take what resonates with you and leave the rest. We're going to start off kind of with the overview of the themes and your energy for the month of October. So yeah, that's what we're going to start with. We'll start with the overall energy that you're at, and you're projecting what you're kind of going through this month, and also what your main overarching theme is for this month. So let's see, we have 42, the masculine lunar god. And then we have, I feel like I always say this wrong, and I'm pretty sure I will. It's at Hearth. Homecoming. Okay. Okay, this is interesting because I feel like this is really interesting. These two are kind of contradicting, because like Hearth and Homecoming are they're very cozy, they're very chill. This card is a very grounded, chill, stable energy, while the masculine is like about assertiveness. And it's interesting. I'm interested to see what your tarot cards have to say, because your energy is here. Your energy wants to be assertive. Your energy is motivated. And yet the theme for your month, and possibly like mainly what's going to be happening around you, is related to the hearth, to the homecoming. It's related to home. It's related to possibly staying in. Maybe you're spending a lot of time at home this month. Maybe you're spending a lot of time with your family, and yet your energy is very forward. It's assertive. It's go-getter energy. It's the masculine energy, and it's leadership energy too. So it's really interesting that your overarching theme this month is the hearth. Oh, okay. That's interesting. So it could be because part of the masculine energy, like in the tarot, if I were to like compare this to a card in the tarot, I would think of the Emperor, and the Emperor is all about discipline. And yes, the masculine energy can also be about discipline. And when I think of the hearth and the home and homecoming, it reminds me of stability and discipline also, right? Because yes, you're in a place that's cozy and chill, and that's secure and safe. So that's also kind of like stability and discipline. So that could be what's going on with you this month, where you're being very assertive in the decisions that you're making and the steps that you're taking towards it being for you, for your own comfort, for your own security, and maybe it's for the comfort and security of your family, and standing up for them and doing the things that's needed to keep yourself safe, keep yourself stable. It could also be about goals where your actions and the steps that you're taking, like not a single one of them is wasted. Everything is like very thought out and planned out to a very specific purpose. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Okay, let's see what your tarot cards have to say. This one will focus on the light and shadow aspects of this month. So this could mean like blessings and challenges, overcoming obstacles or events coming up in the light and shadow aspects of this month. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have Knight of Cups. Interesting. Okay, so it's actually really good that your energy is the masculine energy for this month, or at least that's what you're more embodying for October, because we have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is, yes, it does turn towards good fortune at the end of the day, but it's also about like the ups and downs of life. Maybe maybe this is a theme for your month, because when things are at their lows, or I always think of the phrase, don't let the hard days win when it comes to the Wheel of Fortune. When things are at their lows, maybe you're being asked to spend time at home, to come back to the hearth, to come back to a place where that's comfort and stable. And if that's, family for you, spending time with them, spending time with the people that make you feel like you're at home. It's going to be very helpful for you for this month. But of course, because we have the Knight of Cups here. So the Knight of Cups is, it's very flirty energy. It's, for some of you, this could be a very flirty month, where maybe you could be doing a lot of things related to love and romance. Maybe you're going on a lot of dates. If you're single, or even if you're in a relationship, maybe you and your partner are just being more intimate with each other, or maybe you're being more affectionate with each other, or you're going on more dates with each other, you're going on retreats with each other. This card is also about following your heart. It is very emotion based, and I feel like it's kind of like a flighty energy. So I feel like for this month, you're being asked to be really disciplined, because yes, it's great to ride the highs of the Wheel of Fortune, but like when you get to the lows, you want to be disciplined in your emotions, where you don't want it to like let the hard days win, basically. Where, okay, let's say like today you're having, I don't even want to say a bad day, but like, let's say today things didn't go as planned. Maybe you had a schedule planned out and you're like, oh, I just didn't get to it. And you really let that get to you. Basically, what this reading so far is trying to tell you is be disciplined in that. I mean, just because you couldn't complete everything today doesn't mean that you can't complete it tomorrow, right? Like, it's not the end. Like, regroup, replan, go back to the drawing board. It's fine. And maybe you weren't meant to complete it today. Maybe today you're meant to rest. Like, let's say you just felt really tired for the rest of today and you couldn't complete what you wanted. Maybe that rest was really needed for the next day, because you ended up feeling more motivated that day and you actually ended up getting a lot more done than you expected, so it made up for the other day. I hope that makes sense. The other thing that was coming through, which I thought was interesting, for those of you that have someone, or you have a person that you're thinking of in terms of a romantic aspect, like let's say you meet someone this month, or maybe you know this person already. It's interesting because I'm possibly seeing you being very upfront with them, whether it's about your feelings, whether you're going to like ask them out. Maybe it's you that's going to do that this month, because like I said, there's something very assertive and very upfront and honest with the masculine energy and card here. So with the Knight of Cups present here, I just feel like you're going to go up to this person and be like, hey, I like you, do you want to go out on a date or something? And not care whether or not it's going to go well. And sometimes that's what you need. You just need to say it, and then, whatever happens next is like, if they say no, then I mean, like, that's it. Like, it's not like anything worse is going to like happen if they say no. You just move on next. Of course, maybe you'll feel sad for a little bit, but it doesn't mean that you won't be able to move on from that, right? But I mean, best case scenario is like they say yes, you know, but you won't ever know that until you actually like ask that question. Okay, that, by the way, that message might not be for everyone. It came through and I felt like I had to say it, so that could be for some of you that have been thinking about asking someone out, or maybe you've kind of been playing this game with someone where it's like you've been flirting with each other and you're just not sure where things are, and maybe you just want to go up to them and just say, hey, what is going on, you know? Is this something? Is it not? If not, then let's just move on. Okay, so let's see what is happening, what else is happening for the rest of your month, and we're going to look at the different aspects of life for the month of October. We have personal development, spirituality here, love and romance, or relationships also. This could be platonic too. And then we have career. So we'll start with that. We have the Page of Wands. I can't tell if that's focusing or not. I'm sorry. And then we have Hedgehog Love, positive, uplifting new friends. Okay. Okay, so for this month of October, for your career, group 3. Did I say group 1 before? I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from, but okay. I feel like this month you're going to be making very significant connections in terms of career-wise. So yeah, and this can come through in many forms, and depending on where you're at in your stage of career, whether you're looking for a job right now and maybe you're going to be making a significant connection that's going to help lead you to a job, or this could be like for future business venture, business partnership, or someone that's going to help mentor you in terms of your career and ideas. Possibly this could be someone that you're going to be collaborating with in the future. Either way, I feel like there's going to be a lot of connection making, a lot of socializing in terms of career aspects for your month of October, group 3. Now, this Page of Wands card specifically, out of all the other decks that I have, this is the card that really makes me think of the Fool card. It really does remind me of it, and it really brings out that message in this whenever I see it, to like, it's the go-getter card. Like I said, assertiveness, go-getter energy this month. It's interesting because I feel like we've had a lot of messages about career in the other readings, whether someone is like getting a job this month, or entering a new job, or transitioning out of a job. It just seems like a very transitional time. But with this one, I feel like it's more like you wondering if it's the right time to go for it, and this is kind of confirmation that it is, because the Fool card is the go for it card, right? It's like the take a leap of faith card. As you can see here, it's like he's like about ready to go. He's looking ahead, and the cat's already like, yeah, I'm already leaving, aren't you going? Like, and the guy is kind of like hesitant. So in the mundane aspect of this reading, for example, if you've been thinking about starting a side hustle, or you're thinking of like transforming like a hobby into a career, that could be an example of what this could come into for the month of October. So you might have been having doubts about it, but this is kind of confirmation saying, yeah, why not just start it, and see what happens with that. See, you never know, people might really like what you're creating and all of that. Or it could be like if you've been on the fence about a job opportunity and you're just not sure about it. I feel like this is the month where you're getting the answers to that. You're getting more clarification and about the role, and it's confirmation telling you to go for it. But you know, of course, you have free will. It's going to be different for everybody. But for those of you that were looking for confirmation, this is a message that's coming through with this card. Again, please make responsible decisions that's right for you. But yeah, definitely lots of meaningful connections this month, so you want to pay attention to that. Okay, let's see what's going on for your love, romance, and relationships. I did include platonic in this, so this can also pertain to platonic relationships. So we have the Six of Pentacles. What is going on with my camera today? Well, that's a Six of Pentacles, if it's not focusing. And then we have, ooh, Secret Admirer. See, what did I say about the Knight of Cups? Like, I feel like there's something very romantic about your reading. Especially, I think it's like this Knight of Cups energy is just coming through very loudly. So we have Secret Admirer, wanting your crush to like you, hidden aspects about yourself. Okay, this is an interesting card because it says wanting your crush to like you, but then it says Secret Admirer. So it's kind of like contradictory, kind of like like the cards that we first pulled out, where it's like, okay, there's a secret admirer, but then there's also a crush and you want them to like you. What this card to me is, okay, it's like possibly there could be someone that, like, okay, this person could either be already in your life or it could be someone new that's coming in. And I'll talk about if you're in a relationship in just a moment. But for those of you that are not in a relationship, that you're either single or you have someone in mind already, this could be someone that has caught your eye, but also, like, either they're like flirting with you or possibly they could be having feelings with you as well. And you guys are just kind of having this back and forth, round and round game with each other. That's the feel that I'm getting with this. Especially with the Six of Pentacles, because that's like about balancing, right? I'm really hearing the word juggling. So it's kind of like, yeah, you're playing this game together where it's like you're going round and round, flirting with each other, but no one's really saying anything. And I feel like this is the month where something's gonna drop, like the ball's gonna drop in that juggling analogy that I was trying to make, where someone's going to break that round and round game and someone's just gonna be like, okay, what is up with this, like, what are we doing here? For those of you that are in a relationship, the Six of Pentacles is, to me, I mean, this talks about like giving and receiving, and whether that is in the form of finances or material aspects, it's also just about being able to give and receive blessings. It's about being able to give and receive time and effort and energy in terms of relationships. That message is coming in for this month. So that could be, if it's platonic for you guys, it could be saying, okay, think about how you devote your time and effort and energy to your friends or to your relationships that are platonic. It could also be with your partner. You can't be always the one that's giving everything to your partner, because it's going to wear you out. And I feel like that's not going to happen this month, because your energy is the masculine energy here. I feel like if anything, you're going to be the one that's demanding things this month. So I think it's just something to be mindful of. Be mindful of what you're giving out and also what you're receiving, and making sure that you are open to receiving also in terms of relationships and romance this month. It's interesting because I actually did a love predictions reading for the month of October, and there was a similar message to this where it's like what was it? There was a message of like their partner being very affectionate that month, but maybe they weren't as like open to receiving that affection because of other things that's going on in their month. So I think that's just something to keep in mind if that is someone like you, or it could be the other way around. Communication would be really good for this. And it's the same thing if you were single. If you are single and you're playing this game with this person, communication might be a good thing with them, because if it's really keeping you up at night and it's bothering you and you're trying to figure out what's going on, maybe some communication would help clear things up. All right, let's see what's going on in your personal development and spirituality. Again, I feel like those two things go hand in hand, and it's also I blend them together because I feel like not everyone is as spiritual. So this works for those of you that are more spiritual, and also for those of you that are just looking for some personal development and healing. So we have death. Come on, focus. This is like I really hope that it's focusing, because this is one of my favorite death cards in the tarot, or at least in the decks that I have. And we have clarity, because this one is really interesting. So it shows that there's a line to be cut, and yet there's two doors in the back, and I'm pretty sure you can see that one is closed and one is about to open. So this kind of goes back to what I was saying with the masculine card earlier, where I feel like you're just going to be more disciplined and assertive in what you feel is right. I mean, we do have the Knight of Cups here, which is all about going for your heart and going after what your heart is telling you. So it just feels like, because of this shift in energy, this card could be coming in because you're opening up more doors for yourself, because of this assertiveness, and because of this energy, that you might be more open to going for things that you do love and that you do enjoy, and that's something that is resonating with your heart. Okay, so also, if there's been things that you've been wondering, whether it's your healing, whether it's personal development, whether it's in other aspects of life, you will be gaining clarity for it this month, especially with the tarot card next to it being the death card. It will definitely come regardless of what is happening this month. So that could be a confirmation message for you guys that have been wondering. There is some form of like transition here that you're being asked for, especially with this Page of Wands. I know it was telling you to like go for it and go for something. I feel like either way, something is going to prompt that to happen. And this go for it card, I feel like, yes, we did talk about it in the career sense, but I feel like it's going to pertain to other aspects of your life. Maybe it's something here in the love aspect as well. just because we got a major arcana for the personal development, I feel like it's going to spill over to the rest of your month of October. All right, and for your final messages, we have: you are not alone, isolation, physical connection, community. Yeah, I feel like you guys are connecting a lot more with people this month. That could be pertaining with the death card too, where, yeah, actually, absolutely, because this is about opening up to more new opportunities. So in a sense of career, with the hedgehog love card here, where you're making new uplifting friends and connections, I feel like if you guys haven't been as connected to other people in the past few months or weeks or just recently, I feel like you're starting to connect with people more this month. That could also be why you have the hearth and homecoming card as your theme this month. Maybe you're going to be connecting with a lot of people this month, and you're going to need some alone time to, I guess, help come back to yourself. Guys, okay, sorry, for our last card, I got cut off because my phone did that thing again where it just stopped recording. But anyway, our last card is the Cosmic Heart. It says potency, devotion, make your life a living prayer. Okay, so what I see this card as is another message about really following your heart. There's definitely something happening this month for you, group 3, where you're being asked to follow your heart. You may be having doubts about this, whether this is what I talked about with the career aspect, where you're being asked to finally start something or finally go for something that you've been wanting to for a while. Or it could be like this new love interest this month for those of you that are single or you have someone in mind. But yeah, there's definitely something about following your heart kind of undertone to this reading, and you're just really being asked to listen to that and give it a good consideration for this month and see where it takes you. All right, that was your reading, group 3, for the month of October 2021. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated and what is happening for you this month. You can come back to this video also at the end of the month and let me know how it went. If you did like the reading and you want to see more pick a card readings from me, I would really appreciate it if you subscribed. It really helps my channel, and I really do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all of your support. I am open for personal readings, so if you're interested in that, all of the information will be down in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you guys on the next reading. Bye bye.